Okay, welcome back everybody to a slightly different video today. Just going to run over a Rhinos list and go over a tournament report sort of from the weekend, and as well give my sort of general thoughts on the deck. So people that have been watching recently will have known that I was playing a lot of Rhinos in the run up to the Axion now Mega Modern, which offered 4 qualification slots to the top 4 players to go to the regional championship in Athens. So I settled on this list for the weekend and managed to actually get my qualification spot. So I will be attending the Athens RC in June. Yeah, had a really good run with the deck. The deck felt really good all day. Really good into the expected meta as well, which was really nice. So just going to go over a few things and what I'd say about the deck going forward. Been quite a few questions on the channel, so thought it was worth just to recap and yeah, just a bit of a chat about it really. So I hope everyone enjoys that, and please do let me know if this is the kind of content that you're enjoying. There'll be more leagues to come, but they're gonna be playing a few different decks now that the regional championship qualifier is kind of out of the way. So I'm then going to start practicing for Pioneer as well. So yeah, as I said, the list felt really good. I'd pick out a few points. So firstly, the 2 gemstone caverns were amazing. They several times meant that I was on, I could just put them in on turn 1 on the draw, and then you kind of, given that you're a tempo deck, you kind of make up so much time. You can just go put that, and then if the opponent plays a Ragavan, you just dead gon it on your turn 0, and then you can ice their land on turn 3. So yeah, they felt really good. Wouldn't leave home without 2 of those. The fiery islets also felt really good. I didn't come against burn, but just sometimes when you're flooding, just the ability to just draw an extra card just felt really good. The mana base in general felt really good, and it's a big draw to this version, I think. The ability to play Blood Moon in the sideboard as well was really good. Brazen Borrower, really happy with those. Just instant speed, bounce, things like Murktide. I know that this is often a Leyline binding slot in the 4 color, but I really like the fact that this can also just attack for 3. There are several games where you end up just needing to, because of some sort of necromancer effect, you end up needing to get the damage through with just maybe just a couple of Rhinos if you've managed to do it beforehand, or sometimes even you just have to bash them down with Brazen Borrowers and Shardless Agents and Seasoned Pyromancers. So really like the sort of evasive threat. It also blocks Dragon's Race Channeler, Murktide Regent in a pinch, so that's really good as well. These, not much to say about these. These were really good. Pretty stock these days. The only other real things to chat about, I suppose, are the kind of flex slots. So in the teamer list, you've got Seasoned Pyromancer and Become Immense. Seasoned Pyromancer I felt it was good. I think 2 is probably the right number. I'd consider going up to 3. The main draw of it is, you've got that backup threat where your Rhinos have been removed or whatever, but also having one in your hand just means that you're able to pitch things early on. So if I've got Seasoned Pyromancer in hand, I'm a little bit more able to force something pitching a blue card, or fury something pitching out of the red card. So, and then you can just slam Seasoned Pyromancer and kind of regas after that. So yeah, I think 2 or 3 is probably the right number. The biggest point of contention, I think, is actually the 2 Become Immense. I took this list. This is pretty stock. There's been lots of people doing well with this online. They felt okay. They're very hard to assess because they're often the last card you cast. You win the game that turn, and you feel like, oh, that was great. I won the game off the back of this Become Immense. But often a different card would have done the same thing potentially. A Murktide Regent that you might have wanted to cast a couple of turns earlier, a Prismari Command to get through for a blocker, an extra few points of damage. So yeah, really not sure. I think in an unfair meta, I think it can be really good, where you need to kill quickly, because Become Immense can help you kill a whole turn earlier sometimes. And yeah, it's definitely got the ability to blow people out. They block your Rhino with a Murktide Regent and you become immense it and kill their Murktide, get through for some damage. But I found it often just traded for a counter spell or something like that. So yeah, give it a go, see what you think. But possible replacements, I'd consider, like I say, going up another Pyromancer potentially. Prismari Command is another option if you expect a lot of hammer. Something I would have considered for this weekend if I'd known was there were so many Murktide players, so I'd consider even main decking and endurance. Don't know what you get in the sideboard for that slot. You could even switch these two around, so if you come up against something you want become immense, just swap them like that. But yeah, experiment with it. The shell is very, very powerful, so I think you've got a couple of flex slots to play around with. The other notable mention is Arcane Proxy, which I've seen a few play. I've played with that as well. It just acts as Charlotte's Agent number 4, but can be a bit situational. Obviously, needing to you have to have cast a Crashing Footfalls already, so it's not really coming online until turn 4. But yeah, sideboard again felt really good. I didn't actually play against any hammer, so Force or sort of Saga deck, so Force of Vigor not that great, but these all came in really, really well. So Endurance came in a lot against Murktide, and as did the Mystical Disputes. A few tips on that because it is very popular at the moment. What I was doing was bringing in 4 Dispute, 4 Endurance, and then I think I was just took out all the Force of Negations and then shaved some number. I think I took out sometimes 1 Become Immense, some Furies and some Dead Gons, often something like that. Just tips on the matchup, I suppose. Endurance is one of your best things. If the opponent ever has only 1 mana available, you can just cast Endurance at any point. They can't counter it. It resolves. They can Unholy Heat it, but setting their graveyard back just helps so much against them. A lot of players forget that Violent Outburst a lot of opponents that is, forget that, I don't know, they don't play around Violent Outburst in our own end step. So turn 3, you just play a land, pass the turn, and if the opponent has 1 mana up, 1 fetch land up, they'll crack it in the end step. You can just Violent Outburst, make 8 power, and the opponent will be sat there looking at Spell Pierce, feeling a bit sad. So yeah, in terms of other matchups, I played some Prowess, played some Zoo, where Blood Moon came in really good, and I think Blood Moon is a good thing to have in the sideboard at the moment. Amulet Titan's on the rise. It can be good against other Saga decks. If you expect, it can just get through things like that you might not be geared up for, like Tron, and just the ability to free win some games is really, really big. I used it to good effectiveness against 5-color Zoo, where it just kind of turns a lot of their deck off, which can be really helpful in a close matchup there. So yeah, changes going forward, just messing around with the splits of Seasoned Pyromancer, Become Immenses, and then yeah, continuing to practice. So thanks everyone for watching. I don't know if that was useful or not. Do let me know in the comments what you thought. Just thought it was good to address a few questions. Going to be some more leagues coming through for Modern and Pioneer, so do stay tuned and consider subscribing if you haven't already. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Do ask any further questions in the comments below, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers.